Okay. Good morning. This is progress meeting number 7 for West Bellfort. I'd like to begin with the safety moment. So the safety moment for today is about eye injuries and prevention of eye injuries. So I have some statistics to share with you. There are an estimated 2,000 eye injuries every day on the job. This is according to the CDC. These incidents cost companies over $300 million per year. The common hazards that cause eye injuries on the job are things like flying dust and debris, chemicals, blunt trauma to the eye, and burns due to UV exposure such as a welder's flash. We want to eliminate or lessen the chance of getting something in our eyes by doing simple things such as standing upwind of the debris or the dust, by wearing approved safety glasses, a face shield, or goggles whenever needed. Know that 3 out of 5 victims of eye injuries were not wearing their eye protection. So just in case this happens, if you get something in your eye, don't rub or scratch it, because this can scratch the cornea and result in further injury. So you need to find an eye wash station or a saline bottle and rinse out the object that's in your eye. So, so just be careful out there, and that's all I have to say about that. Okay, now for the progress update. Okay, as of March 31st, here's what we've accomplished. We're 95% done with our water line. We're 97% done with all the storm sewers. We should be done with sanitary sewers by the numbers. We have 65% of new pavement installed, 70% of the sidewalk, and we're not ready yet to do any of the restoration and tree planting just yet. Okay, so for payment data, we have 12 change orders. The total for all the change orders is $136,000. This makes the new contract budget amount to be just a little over $6 million, which means we're at 102% of the budget. So the amount of work completed as of March 31st is $4,433,000. And we're at 75% complete in place. For time use data, the total change orders resulted in 15 additional days added to the contract. We are 50% complete by time. So SER is quite ahead of schedule. Very well done. All right. Okay, so I owe you all an apology because I didn't send out these meeting minutes until yesterday from the previous progress meeting. So don't worry about the deadlines because I missed the deadline. So anyway, the action items from our last progress meeting, there were 6 action items. I have completed change orders 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There's still 9, 10, 11, and 12 yet to do, so those are pending. Sam, have you ever had the time or a chance to submit that claim for reimbursement of materials, like the sanitary manhole that's not going to be used, for example? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. There is some static, but we can hear you. I don't think the static's coming from you.
Yeah, I hear you loud.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear Nancy?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Sam. Any update on the claim that for the reimbursement that you wanted to submit?
Yes, I've submitted that, and all the ones that we've talked about since then. You know, the inlet change. I believe I've sent all of ours in.
Okay, so maybe I'm confused. maybe I'm confused with the wording of things or the names of things. I have all the change orders that you've submitted. Is the claim going to be a separate type of document for the reimbursement, or is the reimbursement like included in the change order?
The reimbursement is included in a proposal that, because it wasn't an RFP, it wasn't associated with an RFP, but just a proposal on our part. I believe you told me to send it in like that, and then I did.
Okay, sorry about that, Sam. I think I was confused, or I somehow just missed it. I'll get back to you on that one if I still have trouble. Okay, sorry about that. My bad. Okay, and we talked about the drug policy thing, so you'll get that to me sometime.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Sam. That's it. Okay, that's all we have for previous action items. To continue our progress update, so like I said, the amount of budget that has been used so far here is $4,433,000. That's cumulative for the entire project duration, and this is the amount that was accomplished. The value of the work that was accomplished in March, $647,000. Schedule performance, SER is 121 days ahead of schedule. The forecasted completion date is now July 26th, and like I said, with all the change orders, the new contract completion date is November 24th. So again, this is where we anticipate finishing the project, and this is the contract date. So there's quite a bit of time, quite ahead of schedule. Very good. We are still currently in phase 4 and 5, I think. Are we done with phase 4? Yes?
Oscar, can you give an update on that?
Sir? Sorry, I couldn't hear that last part. On the work completed for the month, Sam? I can't. I'm having a real bad connection.
She asked if we were working in phase 4 anymore.
In phase 4, with phase 4, the only thing we're lacking is that little bit of that sidewalk that we added at the T-Mobile, Nancy.
Oh, okay, terrific. Okay, fantastic. All right, so basically we're done with phase 4. We're just working on phase 5. So
5D.
okay, so that's
yes, ma'am.
5D, yes. Okay, so as far as the water line, what was accomplished in March was the installation of 16-inch water line, 326 feet. We installed 1 water meter service connection. We still have to install the other one because we can't do Y connections anymore, so we have to install a second saddle and tap at some point. We installed a fire hydrant. Okay, that's the end of water line. Now storm sewer. Storm sewer and storm sewer leads. We installed 24-inch RCP, 34 feet. 1 type C manhole. 1 type C1 storm inlet. Okay, for sanitary, we installed the new manhole number 10, sanitary manhole number 10, which is at the southeast corner of the intersection, as per the request of wastewater ops. So that's what that one was. That's the additional manhole. We installed some sanitary sewer service leads, 8-inch DIP crossing the intersection. I think there was a leak or something here, and Oscar, has this has been taken care of, right? Like
Which leak? The one at the Futurama?
The one, yes, I think it would be on the where you were replacing. Remember that damaged sanitary 8-inch pipe that you were replacing at the intersection on the east side of the intersection? Crossing?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that where this was? The leak?
No, the leak was over here at the Futurama, on the side of the Futurama.
Oh, this, okay, I see.
That's the one that we repaired. Yes, ma'am.
Oh no, wait, no, this is a sanitary service leak.
Oh yes.
Right? I
The
think there
leak
was
over
some
there
kind.
it was a water line service, the one going to the Foodorama that was leaking.
Yeah, no, I know about the water line leak. I remember that. No, I was saying there was a sewage leak somewhere.
Oh,
think-
yeah, well, there was all that collapse line right there in the corner where all that pipe used to be, that old concrete pipe that was leaking.
Okay, is this photo for the cemetery?
Yes,
Oh, okay, good.
but that's
Anyway,
already
sorry.
taken care of.
Yeah, that's already taken care of. Yeah, this is the only picture I had of a sanitary line, so I used it. But I just wanted to clarify, this has already been repaired. There's no sewage leakage anywhere anymore. Okay,
No,
thanks,
ma'am.
Oscar. All right, very good. Okay, as far as roadway pavement, we put 58 tons of lime, paved the remainder of phase 4, eastbound lanes. So 11-inch thick reinforced concrete pavement, 1,500 square yards. This is a picture of the southwest quadrant of the intersection, and this one is the southeast quadrant of the intersection. This is 5A, this is 5B. So we use higherly strength concrete for the intersection, about 1,200 or about 1,300 square yards. On Willcrest, there's a new left turn lane. So it's high, I think it's high early strength concrete, 11 inches thick. So this is the left turn lane that was installed. We also installed high early strength concrete for driveways. One second. Hey, Mr. Mohammed, I'm in the progress meeting. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Sorry about that. High early strength concrete driveways, about 5,000 square feet. 4.5-inch thick sidewalk, another 5,000 square feet. And 6-inch curb, 600 linear feet approximately. And then for traffic, reliable signal and lighting installed 2-inch and 4-inch conduit, almost about 500 feet total. Preformed loop detectors, about 1,000 linear feet of that, and 2 pole boxes. For traffic control, I just have this one photo showing some of the pavement markers, like these reflective buttons and these flexible kind of bollards used for traffic control. And that's all I have for the progress update. Sam and Oscar, are there any issues that you faced, constructability issues, technical things that caused delays in March, as far as like the construction work?
Oscar, do you have anything to mention on that?
Or like I know the conflicts that we talked about Houston Metro and about AT&T, those have all been resolved, right? So the water leak that Oscar mentioned earlier, that's been repaired. Thank you to SDR, because that wasn't your responsibility, but we appreciate that you did that for us. So there was a water leak at a water meter service in front of Foodorama that was leaking after the winter storm, and you repaired that. So that's great. The Houston Metro fiber optics cable is no longer a conflict, because we were able to finally resolve the negotiations, and Pfeiffer and Son are out there starting today, hopefully, beginning their work to relocate the fiber optics cable to the north side of the street. There are no issues with regards to AT&T cables with the south side inlets. I don't believe there's any more issues with that. Are there any other technical conflicts that I might have missed or forgot?
Nancy, we might have lost Oscar, but I know that work is starting today, and we have to coordinate with them for access and room and traffic control, and we're going to do that. Obviously, we need to work together and get it done, and hopefully the city will encourage them to do the same with us.
Encourage them to do the same. Yes, yes, yes. We will work together with them and them with you.
Okay.
Good,
I had
okay.
one. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. You had one more thing to add.
Okay. When you had asked Oscar about that sewer line, the pipe that was collapsed, had been that way for apparently a long time, but that backup, that sewer water that you showed there, we had to bypass that for a while until we got it all tied in. There's a potential cost in that. I'm looking into it. Oscar indicated they had to do that for a while before he could get that tied in. So I'll let you know. I'll get back with you.
Yes, very good. I'm glad that you brought that up. Yes, I did not mean to imply that this sewage leak was caused by SER or anything like that. This sewage leak was caused by just faulty pipe. It's old, deteriorated pipe that was underground. It was clay pipe in the intersection, and it had just damaged and deteriorated over time. So when you came to install the new pipe, there was already like sewage leaking in that vicinity. So yeah, SER did install the bypass and then repaired this area. So yeah, please we'll talk offline, and you can submit a proposal for that extra work. Okay, thanks, Sam. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
Thank you so much. All right, going back. Here. So that's with regards to March. Now, is Byron on the line? Yes.
Yes, I'm
I don't
here.
think Byron.
Yes,
Oh, hey, Byron. Hey. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, because I got questions for you.
Okay.
All right. So here you take it away.
So far, things have gone pretty well. I think you got pretty close on all of those. I think there's been one or two adjustments to those numbers that you have. So we're about a little more than halfway through our budget, but about in reality, we're probably closer to 60% done with our work because of SER being ahead of schedule. So that's a good thing. We haven't had any real issues. We had a couple of minor hiccups, but we got past them this last month. They were nothing major. So testing is going well. Our only biggest problem has been getting our signed dailies done in the field, and that's as much my technicians as it is anything. And given we're only 4 blocks from the job, I just drove some over and got those signed this last month, so we should be good.
Okay, so what I heard was you're having trouble getting the daily reports by the daily reports that belong to the lab signed on a daily basis?
Yeah, that's it's a function of my guys leave after the city inspector leaves, and so, but we figured out a method to do that. We just have whoever's going to the site the next day, and it's usually the same guy. So he just takes his previous day's report and has the city inspector sign it the next day. So we've got that worked out.
Okay, good. All right, good. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, regarding some of the adjustments that you mentioned about the invoices, just shoot me an email and let me know which of these invoices have been adjusted so I can update my slide as well.
Sure.
Okay, and there's no failed tests. Everything is fine.
Yeah, I don't have any failed tests that haven't been resolved. I think we had a CSS that looked like it came up a little low on the strength, but turned out I was looking at the wrong specification that day. And it was April Fool's Day, remember? So, yeah.
That was the April Fool's, yeah. I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was okay.
Okay, very good. Actually, okay, so I do have a question for you.
Yes.
So, we noticed that our lime calculation, our lime, budget, we're over budget on the lime quantity. And so, I went back and looked at how we calculate the lime, right? So this is the formula for lime. We take the area, the volume of the soil.
Yes.
Okay, we multiply it by the unit weight of the soil, pounds of soil per cubic foot of soil. Then we multiply that by the percentage of lime that's used. How many pounds of lime per pound of soil? You know, it's like a weight percentage. And then divide that by 2,000 pounds per ton to get the tons of lime, right?
Right.
So the question that I have for you is, did the lab do a test of the soil for two reasons? One, to determine the unit weight of soil. I'm looking for this in pounds per cubic foot. And the second question is exactly what percentage of lime, because I heard that it was between 7 and 8%, but shouldn't it be like an accurate, like an exact number? Here, what is the percentage of lime that you're adding?
The specification is usually written as a spread of like
Byron? Byron, can you speak
Yes.
into the microphone a little closer because it sounds really muffled?
Okay, how about now?
It's better now. Yeah.
Is it better? Sorry, I set my calculator down over where my mic is on my laptop. The specifications are usually done in a range. Our calculations are usually done to the nearest percent, but that's usually as close as we get. I can go back and recalculate a little closer if you need.
Well, I just wanted to know, was it 7% or was it 8%?
When
Well, I think
we first started the project,
Specification
Nancy,
is that it be 7 to 8%. But I have to look back to the original geotechnical report.
Okay.
All right, Byron, your lab has not done any tests to determine optimal lime percentage?
No,
All right,
optimal percentage
then
is
the
done.
spec calls for 6%. Yeah, it calls for 6.
We did the line determination, didn't we, Oscar?
we did the lime determination. Yeah, I've got the paperwork sitting right in front of me, and this is the lime determination with 48 pounds per square yard.
That's on an 8-inch lift.
Yes, sir.
Oscar, who did that? Did you do those calculations, or
No,
was it
sir.
lab?
No, sir. Paradigm Laboratory did it. I have the paperwork sitting in front of me.
Yeah, we turn the calc and then compare it back to what the original geotechnical report asked. Yeah, but we did that before the project started, so.
Right, that's what's normally done. Yeah, that's what we were asking for. Yeah.
On the first day, I think I pulled line determinations, like within the first week that we were out here doing the work.
Yeah.
We pulled an
You
actual.
said
They pulled an
48
actual.
pounds
They,
You
Yeah,
said
what's the-
48
They pulled
pounds
an
per
actual
square
sample.
yard
40 pounds per square foot.
for 8 inches.
Right.
right.
It's calculated in an 8-inch lift.
Correct.
And then y'all
Wait,
are
what
doing
was
it
that?
actually.
What,
We're
it was
actually
how many
doing it
pounds per
off-site,
square?
transporting it to the
48.
Byron,
48, yeah. 48 pounds per square yard for 8 inches. Yeah, that's the number, yeah.
Right. Can you send over that documentation, or Oscar, whichever?
Y'all should have it. It was emailed to everybody, but yeah, I can.
Yeah, I
just take
looked
a
for it,
picture
and
of right now.
with all the other paperwork, I probably missed it. But
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now, Nancy. I'll take a picture of it.
And
I have it
copy
hanging
me,
on my
please.
wall. That's why I know.
Nancy, I get those, in those mailings that they send out periodically. I think the whole team gets them.
Oh.
yeah,
no.
those are all tests, though.
Oh, those are
A lot
test
of
results, yeah.
Okay, too. But, okay.
All right, so who's gonna send us these numbers? Byron?
I just texted to you, Nancy.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thanks, Oscar. Anyways, okay, so that's all I had about this line calculation. Okay, next. This was just yeah, okay, that's a density photo. All right, now we want to talk about the work that started in this month in April and what we plan to do for the rest of the month. So I'll leave it to Sam and Oscar.
Oscar, feel free to
Uh,
go ahead now.
okay, the planned work for the month, we will complete phase 5D. We'll complete all the paving on phase 5D. We will go ahead and install the last of the water line and the sewer line that's down there on the edge of 59 in phase 6, and we'll begin construction on phase 6. We'll anticipate 5D will take us probably the rest of this week to complete, and then we'll jump on that. We'll complete all the wet connections that are necessary right here at the Footerama. There's 2 wet connections and that fire line connection that we got to make. We'll make those, and we'll abandon the old water line.
All right, very good. What about the final wet connection that's near the freeway? That's on the east end of
once we install the pipe, once we install the section of line between right there in phase 6, then we can test and chlorinate. That'll be the 3rd exhibit. We'll test and chlorinate that, and then we can make the final time.
Okay.
Remember,
Okay.
that'll be the last exhibit. Remember, Nancy, they're coming across the street and over to that T-Mobile, right in front of that T-Mobile.
Yeah.
In that shopping center. I'm sorry, within T-Mobile.
Yeah, yeah. Very good. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Good. I think that's it. So, okay, we'll move on. All right. Sean and or Claudius, do you guys want to share with us field decisions, traffic control, job safety, so on?
Yeah, everything looks good to me. There's no advisory notices we need to talk about. Job safety looks good. SWPP is okay. Could be a little better, but it's okay. No citizen
Okay.
complaints.
Okay. Cleanup?
Cleanup is okay.
All right. Okay. I have a request of you, Sean. Can you take, when they switch from one traffic control phase to another, can you take a photo of that for me so that I can also include that in the progress meeting? Like a photo of like phase 5D or what it looks like when we switch to phase 6, for example?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Submittals. I don't have anything exciting to report about submittals this month. We haven't really had any new submittals except for the construction schedule updates. So that's good. That's fine. 53 total, which was the same as last month. So anyway, that's good. Next, changes in RFIs and change orders. So we have a total of 28 RFIs. For the month of March, we had 3 that were submitted, and this last one is from April. They've all been responded to, so there's nothing outstanding in terms of the RFIs. Next, work change directive, request for proposals and change orders. So we have 12 change orders total. 8 of those have been issued. They haven't been approved yet. I'm still waiting on signatures, but I was optimistic when I wrote this, slide. But so change orders 1 through 8 are done. So here's 1 through 4, and then 5 through 8. These are all completed, and then the last 4 are new. I still haven't had a chance to review them and issue them. So I still have 4 more to do. Okay, we already talked about like the reimbursement claim, so I'll go back and find that that submittal or that proposal and work on that. Drug policy, the new drug policy due date is October 1st. The insurance expiration date is the same as it was before. Everything is up to date. MWBE compliance. So the contractor has spent $853,000 on MWBE subcontractors. This amounts to 14.5% of the original contract value, and our goal is 18%. So we're almost 81% of the way towards our goal. So that's good. All right. Anybody have any questions? Okay. We reviewed the construction drawings in February. I think maybe by next month, I think we should go out and do another review just to make sure everything's up to date. So I'll schedule that with Sam for May. And that's it. Our next meeting is going to be May 10th at 10 a.m. Hey, while I have you guys on the phone, I haven't scheduled the site visits for this month, for this week. So I'd like to schedule the site visit and lunch. For anybody who's planning to attend, would this Wednesday work out for everyone?
I'm looking on my calendar.
Okay.
Wednesday is open right now.
Wednesday's fine? Okay. All right. I'll send an invite. So we'll have our site walk on.
I won't be here.
Who's speaking?
That was Oscar.
Oscar.
Oh, Oscar? Wednesday? Okay. Well, I do want to actually say something. I want to give a very heartfelt thank you to Oscar for all of his hard work, and we really appreciate that the good quality of work that SER does, and as well as working so fast that you're like 3-4 months ahead of schedule. So I just wanted to say thank you, Oscar, for all that you've done, and it's been a pleasure working with you. And Oscar is going to be transitioning to another project this week, so we wish him well and all the best on his new assignment. And we look forward to working with you and SER again in the future. So just wanted to say thank you, Oscar, and good luck.
No, thank you guys. It was a pleasure working with the team, and I look forward to working with you again here in the near future. I appreciate all the help and everything that you guys did for us. So we'll see you guys down the line.
Okay, good. Oh, yeah, good. All right. Let's see.
Nancy, Wednesday's bad for me. Thursday and Friday I'm open.
Okay. Thursday. Let's do Thursday.
Thursday, I have a final walkthrough at 10 a.m.
How about Monday next week?
It's open for me. What time?
It would be at 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. for the site visit and lunch.
Is Friday the 16th out?
Oh, yes. Friday doesn't work for me. Wait, Friday the 16th? Is that this Friday? No, this Friday doesn't work for me, no.
Mondays are rough because they're Mondays.
How about tomorrow? Is tomorrow too soon? Can we do tomorrow?
No, I can't do tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't do Tuesday or Wednesday. I can do today, Thursday, or Friday,
today? No, too
or,
late.
or next week.
Okay. How about next Wednesday? Like Wednesday, the not this week. Next week.
Yeah, next Wednesday works for me.
Yeah.
That's the 21st.
I don't know.
That's
Yes.
Yeah. How about Wednesday the
I have a
21st?
10 a.m. meeting on Wednesday.
What?
I have a 10 a.m. meeting on Wednesday
Oh.
first.
Tuesday, the 20th.
Okay. Tuesday the 20th.
I'm open the 20th.
Okay. Cool. So next Tuesday, Ron, everybody.
Yeah, I think that could work. Sherelle and I, we might have to leave early because there's a proclamation that our council member is presenting, but I think we'll most likely be able to attend on Tuesday.
Oh, perfect. All right. So going once, twice. So it's next Tuesday at 11:30. I'll send out the invitation.
Alrighty, thank you, Nancy.
All right. That's all I had for today. Thanks everybody for joining. And if you come up with questions, feel free to email them to me and I'll include them in the next progress meeting as well.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Hey, Sam and Ron, can you stay, actually, and maybe Sean and Claudius too. There's this roadway excavation calculation. Do we want to discuss it after this meeting?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. I'll share my screen and show you. See, how do I turn off this thing? Do I just click that? Okay, let me see. Yeah. What's happening here? Okay. Okay, what do I need to do? Here is the, yeah. Okay, so roadway excavation, right? So I put together this little Word document explaining how we're doing this calculation. So here's the before picture, right? That shows like the existing grade at this one particular station, at this location. So the existing grade is this black line over here that goes over all the surface features. And then what we want to do is we want to subtract out the things that require excavation but are paid for under other pay items so that we don't double dip. So we subtract out this concrete pavement because there's a pay item for the removal of existing pavement. We want to, and same thing on this side, we want to subtract out the sod and subgrade that's in the median because that's incidental to the detour road that is installed, which is 1.5 inches of asphalt and then 6 inches of flexible base, all right, for the detour road. And so what you do is once you take the existing grade line and you subtract out these things, what you're left over with is this red line, okay? So that's what you're left over with. And then over here, this is the after photo, right? This is what the proposed grade is going to look like at that station number. So here's the proposed grade, again, black line, and we want to subtract out the things that are paid for under a different pay item. So here's new concrete pavement. This is the median construction. And so we do that and we end up with the orange line, okay? And then the roadway excavation is the difference between the first red line that I showed you and then the orange line. So this is the before line and then this is the after line. The difference is what is considered cut or fill. So the cut part is what you have to excavate away, which is the purple part. And the fill parts are what you have to add. You have to add subgrade to fill in the hole or the space to get to the right elevation. Okay, so is that clear, or am I confusing people? So cut and fill.
Clear.
Huh?
It's fine.
It's fine. So the cut is excavation. Fill is, I think it's called borrow.
Yeah,
Or-
and we want to, in this case, we want to make sure the cut and the fill are approximately equal because we're in a flood prone area.
Oh,
But that's
okay. Well, okay, so for anyway, the purple area is the cut or the excavation. That is pay item number 34, which is roadway excavation. So pay item 34 isn't for all excavation that's done on a job site. It's only for basically the extra excavation that is needed beyond, beyond these other pay items. Beyond, I'm not sure if I made sense, but
Oh, you did.
okay, so that's how I calculated all of this stuff. And then I put it together. Oh, and then what you have to do is, let me show you my field wire. So on sheets 100 and 101, there's cross sections, right? And this is the cross section for every station number. So we start at station 2, 3, 4, etc., and it goes all the way up to station 18. Station 19 doesn't have any calculations involved with it. So you have to do this calculation at each cross section, right? So you can see here my red line, my orange line, and then the yellow is what is filled and the purple is what is excavated. And then, so I took all of these numbers, right, and I put them in a spreadsheet. So here's my spreadsheet. Okay, this is station 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 19. And then these values are the areas that I measured here. So see, 211.5 feet square. So these are areas, right? So anyway, going back over here, I added up all those areas together. So for the total roadway excavation for West Bellfort, I came up with 675 cubic yards. And then for Willcrest, I came up with 252 cubic yards. So the total excavation for the project is about 930 cubic yards. So we've already paid for like 1,076 cubic yards already.
How come the quantity was so much higher than that?
Yeah, the quantity was higher because the original engineer estimate, sorry, let me use this picture. The original engineer estimate did not subtract out this excavated volume. Oops. Okay, for the median. So it paid for the median separately to excavate it, but this is actually incidental to installing the detour road.
I'm looking at the measurement and payment, and I'm trying to figure out what items to take out. And I understand your pavement, and I understand utilities larger than 24-inch, but I don't see. You're saying that separate detour item accounts for that, or is it subsidiary to that?
Yes, when you install a detour here, so this is a median, right? And here's the asphalt and flexible base that made the detour road, correct? So when you install that, part of the specification for its payment talked about how grading whatever's above the detour road is part of the payment for the detour. So any grading necessary, like the removal of the sod and the subgrade and the grass and stuff in the medians, that ends up being incidental. Yeah, incidental to that pay item.
And we overpaid on excavation.
Pardon? Pardon?
I was talking to Oscar. Let me mute myself.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, go through
Okay.
that again so Oscar can hear it.
Yeah, so, you want me to go through the before and after and the difference, the whole thing? So existing grade line is the black line. And then you subtract out any excavation that falls under a different pay item, so we don't want to double pay for the same thing. So excavation of this concrete falls under the pay item for removal of existing roadway. And then we
Nancy,
subtract out this.
the existing concrete was not 11 inches thick. The existing concrete was only 8.
Oh, you're right. Oh, thanks. I messed that up. Okay. Maybe that's where my numbers are off. Okay. Let me go. Thanks, Oscar. I'll go back and do this over.
No problem.
Sorry, do over. Okay. Thanks, Oscar. Okay. Well, is there anything else that you might catch that I missed? Okay. So, this was 8, not 9. 8 inches.
8.
Where you were.
Oh, 8. Okay, I'll go back and fix this. So that will make a difference, because the difference in excavation is between the red line and the orange line. So the red line is actually way up here, which means there's a lot more excavation yeah. Okay. I do over. All right then. I don't have anything else to say on this subject.
Okay, well,
So just let me know when you figure it out, because I'm kind of lost on it. So when you figure it
Yeah,
out.
I will. Yeah, Sean, I'm gonna send you this document. I did it over the weekend, and I think I only showed it to Ron because I was just trying to make sure it was right, and Sam too. But once I recalculate these numbers, I'll sit down with you and Claudius, and I'll go through it in detail, because Ron was really nice enough to, patiently walk me through all the steps. It took me like 45 minutes, but we got there. Right, Ron?
Yes.
All righty then. Yeah. I'll catch up with you, Sean and Claudius, and let you know the final numbers. Let me fix this first. All right. That's all I have. Anybody have any questions about any other calculations, pay items, field issues?
I might, Nancy, but I'll get with you.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so we will keep in touch, and we'll see you all next Tuesday in the field.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks,
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.